Thanks for sitting down with me, Gavin. Just wanted to run through some questions, share some insight with some people. So first one, just pretty much, who are you? Where are you born, kind of thing. Where are you raised? What school did you go to, or what school do you currently go to? And how long have you been with StudentWorks, and where are you?
Uh, yeah, absolutely. So my name's Gavin. I was born in Saanich on the island, kind of raised and living here in Maple Ridge, BC. Going to SFU, fifth year at BD for entrepreneurship and innovation. And I've been with StudentWorks since 2018. So I franchised for 4 years, just about to start my fifth year and also start DMing.
Wicked, yeah. So kind of brings me to my next question. So how long have you been running your franchise, I guess, which you kind of just explained, but and then what are you most excited about starting as a business coach?
Oh my gosh, great question. Um, I think what I'm most excited about is like StudentWorks is amazing for me. Um, I really changed a lot doing this in a really positive direction, helped me build better habits, kick a lot of old bad habits, find more motivation, more drive, better people skills. Like there was a lot of benefits to me and helped me grow up quite a bit over a short period of time. And I think I'm most excited as a business coach, like help facilitate that growth in other people. Because I think this is good for people. And so it's like nice to kind of be able to provide that benefit and that sort of like jump start to life for like a lot of other people too.
So I guess, yeah, pretty much, what's the number one reason, or why do you want to take on the coaching role, and then what's kept you around StudentWorks for so long?
So I think like that, I mean, that's obviously one of the main reasons is to like help kickstart people. I think the other reason, which is a little bit maybe more of a selfish reason, is that I see in my future, maybe a long ways down the road, maybe not as long a ways down the road, wanting to start another business, not just a painting business, another business as well, or on its own. And I think that the ability to like coach and lead people through really challenging times is going to be a really important skill. So on top of wanting to provide a great experience for new franchisees, help them grow up, I also want to build that skill so that when I go and start businesses, I'm able to coach people through hard times and help them grow. And then what's kind of kept me around StudentWorks in general? That's a good question. Everyone says the people, and that's because that's the right answer. It is the people. Everyone's just so awesome and really fun to be around. And I also think I like the atmosphere of like personal development. People are always trying to push the envelope, be better, and that really appeals to me. It's kind of a cool, fun group of people to be around, and definitely doesn't let you get complacent, which is cool.
100%. Yeah, no, I think we have a very ambitious group. And I think even a lot of people come into this maybe a little naive or unsure of that, but then just the culture and the way that we push things, the no excuse management, all that stuff, it just kind of forces you to become more, ambitious and kind of, again, calls you out on your faults and helps you improve, and it just kind of turns you into this well-rounded person, and it's fun to be around those types of people. So I
Mhm.
definitely see that. So next question: what was and or is the biggest challenge that you faced as a student? You're still in school, so while going to school, as
Mhm.
well as taking on a challenge of running a business at the same time.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, you could just like blanket say time management because obviously time management is always difficult in all periods of our life forever, as far as I can tell, or we can always get better at it anyways. Um, I think one thing I struggle with is wanting to say yes to everything. And I think it's something a lot of people struggle with if they're trying to run a business and be in school and have a bunch of other hobbies. Like me, I have a lot of other stuff I like to do as well. And you can pack your schedule like maybe a little too tight or just with a lot of stuff. Um, and that can be quite challenging. And I think the other thing is just having a good structure and having really systemized scheduling so you know exactly what you need to do when you need to do it so you never fall behind on things. Because when you get into trouble is when you didn't do something on time, and then when you're doing that, you get behind on the next thing and the next thing, and get in quite a lot of trouble. So being super organized and super systemized is really important when you're doing kind of two things at once.
Awesome. Yeah. And that's obviously something that we really focus on. And I would say we're practically experts at teaching and training people how to be better at their time management. So final question: what do you wish that you knew when you finished high school that you now know?
Oh man, that working really hard for something and getting it feels good. That would be one thing. because it's just like it's so true. I remember my first year like setting this goal, which I thought was crazy, and then obviously had a really big learning experience in my first year and worked super hard. And to get to the end of the summer and have that like breath of relief and realize like, oh my gosh, this was crazy, but what a cool experience. And realizing I really enjoyed that was huge. Time management obviously was big. And I think like confidence to just talk to people, to just like go up to a door and like knock on it and be like, hey, like to just be able to do that would have been out of the question, I think, in high school. And this experience really forced me out of my comfort zone and forced me to like do something that was scary and I didn't want to do. And now I'm like super duper comfortable with that kind of stuff. And that's going to benefit me for the rest of my life. So that's huge.
100%. Couldn't agree more. That's yeah, I wish my same for me. I wish that I was definitely pushed a little bit more out of my comfort zone in high school. Would have made this a lot easier and the rest of my life a lot easier. So awesome. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for answering my questions. And I'm sure we'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank